Nice way to start a beautiful show. I mean, beautiful song by a fantastic musician. That was Anger Management by AEC. And of course, we are back on your screens like we never left. It's your favorite Trotro Diaries right here on Joy Prime Television. And oh my God, what a show today will be. What a show today will be. Well, if you've not joined us in subsequent weeks, well, you've missed out on a lot. You should probably hop onto our Facebook page and update yourself, okay? Because we've been having a beautiful conversation. It's part of a 4-part conversation that we are bringing to you on ride-hailing services. We began with drivers. Drivers for 2 weeks had their time. They came to say a lot of things, like against riders and of course the service itself. It's now time for us, the riders, to have our time on TV, to tell them why we so detest them, why we so fight with them, why we so don't like them sometimes, right? But we can't also do without them. And so you're welcome to today's episode of Trotro Diaries, where we give the slot or the airtime to riders, to share their grievances, their challenges with ride-hailing services. And when I say ride-hailing services, what I mean by that is Uber, Bolt, Shaxi, not Trotro, Yango, and all of that, right? And what I mean by riders is you the person that order for the ride to, go to wherever you want to go to. So basically, that's the conversation we're going to be having today. My name is Noella Karen Yali. As usual, I'm not here alone. I'm here with a fantastic human being called
Yao Odum. So ladies and gentlemen, as Noella said, it's going to be very interesting today. I think today I'm going to be on the side of the drivers because I know Noella is ready to be a ja.
Of course.
And so it's going to be amazing conversations. What we want you guys to do is jump on the call early, right? So it's live on Facebook, it's live on YouTube. And then, as usual, you can share your messages or you can send your inputs via WhatsApp. The number will be on the screen. Mm-hmm. And then also, we want you to come on the show today, right? Mm-hmm. You can't be in the studio. We have people that are representing in the studio.
That's right.
But you can join via Zoom. So the Zoom link has been shared on Facebook, and then it will be shared here as well. Mm-hmm. Just jump on the Zoom so that we can hear your voice, because for 2 weeks, the drivers have been saying, Charlie, you people are some way.
They've been making noise in my
especially
ears.
The ladies.
I mean, y'all sat here last week and witnessed 2 gentlemen do us, the ladies, dirty. But it's fine. I'm happy because we're going to be having a lady in the studio today who, and we deal with the drivers because we know how they make us feel, and they know how they speak to us, and then they make it look like we're crazy, and it's just our hormones kicking in. But definitely, you and I know it's not hormones, right? The drivers, they have their own wahala, but yeah, whatever it is.
I guess we'll see. We'll see how it goes today. But now we want you guys to join the show today.
That's right.
Facebook, YouTube, Zoom, and then WhatsApp. Mm-hmm. But very soon we're going to cross over to aviation to see what is going on there.
Of course. For those of you who do not know, well, it's the Hits FM Rep Your Jersey, the 13th edition. I mean, the event has been running for 13 years, all right? And it's, of course, today is the UCL finals. UEFA finals.
I'm repping.
Real Madrid and Borussia, meaning team, because the only team that I want to see and know is Hala Madrid, which is Real Madrid. So yeah, we'll be crossing over to the Aviation Social Center to touch base with our reporter on what is happening there fast. Do not forget, we do not have the cans here, but the show is proudly sponsored and powered by Malta Guinness. I mean, we took some before we came on set, so we're very energized and, up for the show. So yeah, this is Trotro Diaries right here on Joy Prime Television. We're back after this. Anyway, you're welcome back. This is Trotro Diaries with a dynamic duo.
You see that?
Oh,
sorry. Oh. Noella. Noella. The middle one I will mention because the last time I tried.
Karen. Yeah.
Okay.
Karen Yali.
And of course. And Prekwe.
David. And Yao Odum. And of course, today, basically, what we're doing is we're bringing to you riders to share their
Yeah.
experiences with ride-hailing services, okay? We've had 2 weeks full for the drivers. They've shared their grievances, their challenges, their memorable moments, both good and bad. And it's only fair that we get the other side of the coin. And of course, we've been joined by a beautiful lady and a nice gentleman. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. Yeah, you want to take that?
Sure. So as Noella said, today we're going to hear from the riders, right? And I think it's very interesting that we have a lady as part of the riders as well. Because last week when we had the drivers on, they said the wahala, their problem, everything is the ladies.
In fact, they said if they had the opportunity to choose between a male and a female to, ride with them for the rest of the world, for the rest of the world, yeah, the time in the world,
Yeah.
it would be men. Can you imagine? It was an affront to us, but it's fine.
So yeah,
We'll
today
deal
we
with
have
them today.
2 riders in the studio. We'll just allow them to introduce themselves. Just tell us a bit of what you do, because then that will set the conversation for
Absolutely.
how they use these services as well. So we start with you.
I'm Eric Dankwa. They know me as Ubuntu Ladies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Ubuntu me ladies. I was expecting it to be a lady.
That's what most people expect.
Bars.
Immediately they hear the name, they are like,
Hey,
whoa,
that
you're a
lady.
guy.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah,
So why me ladies?
it's a long story.
Maybe he's a ladies'
Story.
man.
No,
Yeah,
no,
probably.
no.
Probably.
No, I'm not a ladies man. But,
Hey, so what are you, a guy man? I know you're gay.
oh, me.
Hey, we better go.
Anyway, how about you, beautiful lady?
So I'm Damilola Valentina Kennedy,
Okay.
but I'm known as Miss Triple O on Facebook.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm a jack of all trades. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so Damilola, by your name, you're Nigerian.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
I'm 50-50.
Repping.
Right.
I don't know, maybe he wants to, he jealous. I don't think he loves Nigeria.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so
Oh, I
because why
see.
is
He
he not
probably
wearing,
might get married
why
to
is he not
Nigeria.
wearing a Ghanaian jersey? He's wearing
Yeah.
Okay, so the quick story behind this is
You go
producer
explain,
said
yeah.
we should wear Jay-Z.
Yeah, of course.
So why
And-
are you not having a
Oh,
Ghanaian
allow.
jersey? No,
You see-
why are you not having
you see what
a
the
I love
drivers
the
were
energy.
saying?
Why you not
I
having a
love the
Ghanaian
energy
jersey? You're
already.
rather having a Nigerian jersey. Why?
But you can tell how today's show is going to go. But let's hold our guns now and cross over to Na Ajele Doku, all the way at the Aviation Social Center. She is there witnessing the Rep Your Jersey event, spearheaded by Hits FM and Joy Prime Television. Let's get to her and find out what's happening so far at the Aviation Social Center now. Over to you now.
Hi, everybody in the studios. How we doing? Welcome to the set of Rep Your Jersey. It's the 13th edition. It's going to be exciting. The stage is set, as you can see. The food court, this time around, we took it to this side. And they're all ready. There's food. I've already had food, Kinky, as usual. You know how we start to Rep Your Jersey with Kinky in the mornings. And here we are. And then we have the engineering set there. We have some guys playing basketball. They've been playing basketball since we got here at 7. So, people are coming in. We said 10 a.m. People are already coming in. So we don't have we're already ready. So come through if you're ready. Come through. Don't be at home and not doing anything. Today is the 13th edition of the Hits FM Rep Your Jersey. I have some of my colleagues here. Dr. Pounds here with me. Nana Kwame Labi. Everybody is set up. I want to speak to a few of them. Nana Kwame, how are we looking this morning?
Are we live on TV?
Yes, please. We're live on Joy Prime TV.
Yeah, make our post proper. We are looking. It's looking good. I mean, as you can see, the setup is already ongoing, and we're waiting for you out there watching me on TV to join us and let's have fun. It's all about Rep Your Jersey. There's going to be a lot. The Pounds is around waiting to play his 5-a-side. The entire crew is also here. We're all prepping to make sure that we have a great time this morning.
And that's one of my biggest producers for the afternoon definition and for Daybreak Hits, giving us a few updates. The engineering team has said we're updating you everything that's happening here on our social media handles. You can use the hashtag RepYourJersey24 so you know what's going on at the Aviation Social Center. The e-contest is already set up. The guys are getting ready for it. And it's one of the biggest that happens every year. You see a bunch of people within 10 minutes all gathered here. There's a lot at stake. There's a lot at stake at this particular table that looks pretty empty right now. Trust me, there's a lot at stake on this table. You don't want to miss out on that. So come through, realize that you just have to wear your jersey. Everybody around, when you pan the camera around, you can see everybody's wearing their jerseys. That's all you need to wear. So come here and have a great time with us. It's free. There's no gate fee. You don't have to pay anything. There's good food, good music, great people to hang out with. We're ready. We're just waiting on you. It's a free invitation. We're here till you decide that you want to go home, and we're going to watch the UEFA Champions League final together on a big screen. Over to you, Noella.
Thank you so much now for bringing us up to speed with what's happening at the Aviation Social Center. I mean, normally people will start trooping in. You know, Saturday they have to cook, they have to wash and all of that. I mean, the place is always packed. And so if you're home, well, it's a good event for you to be a part of. Plus, it's the UEFA, finals. Okay, you have to be there and witness Hala Madrid do their thing. I mean, the other team there, I don't know. I don't know what they're coming to do, but yeah, we still have to play with them. I don't know. But yeah, we're back in the studio, and it's now time for us to zoom into. The producer is asking what team you're wearing. What team are you wearing?
Oma Niger. So what happened was the producer told us to show up in jerseys.
Oh, but you could have turned up in any. I think I agree with Damilola.
The story behind this jersey basically is that.
Oh, you're half Nigerian.
No, I'm not.
You wish.
I actually was not supporting Nigeria. So I was in AFCON in January for the games. When I got there, Black Stars was already out.
Okay.
And then when we were on our way to the stadium, we didn't have any jersey.
And you had to.
I was supporting, I think it was Cameroon playing Nigeria or something.
Okay.
I just got a Nigerian jersey because it looked a bit nicer than the distance, but
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't supporting them.
Oh, I see.
So it's not support, it's just like, Charlie,
You
what's
support
available.
still. You are wearing a Nigerian.
Yeah, don't worry.
Exactly.
You are wearing a Nigerian jersey.
I leave you to the ride-hailing drivers.
Anyway, so it's now time for us to zoom into our conversation for today, which is on ride-hailing services. We're getting the experiences from the riders, okay? And of course, let me start with you, because ladies first. Why not? The men can go and kiss something. I don't know.
Because they cause the trouble.
Tell me.
We don't cause trouble. Sometimes the drivers are also troublesome.
Yeah,
but they
are.
don't talk about that part. They only talk about we, the ladies, being troubled.
Of course.
Some drivers, when I mostly use rides because of my work for deliveries or maybe to meet a client. So when I order a ride, first, when I call you, the driver, I'll listen to how you speak to me on phone. That will determine if you are a good person or you're
not.
So when I enter the car, that would maybe, okay, let me be friendly. And when I enter the car and I greet you, I don't know, some of them, they carry their family problem, they come walk. You greet driver, hello? Why? No be me do you now. And when you try not to be that cool, that is when they say, we ladies, we are troublesome. I enter the car, I greet you. You are being rude. At least be friendly. This is your job.
But do you not think, because based on what the drivers were also saying last week, they were also saying that when they call or when you call, riders in general, but they had an issue with ladies, right? They said the very moment they call or you call and then they pick up, the tone in which you respond to them is what also determines how they react to you guys.
Not all ladies.
Okay, that's the first point.
So let me.
But I mean, even aside that, you are the client. I am the client. You are the one offering me the service. And in customer service, they say the client is always
No,
right.
but I beg to differ from that.
Okay.
There is one policy I used to work with my business.
Okay.
I say in a business, it's a 50-50 thing. If I, the server, I refuse to give to you, you won't buy from me.
Right.
And if you also refuse to buy from me, I wouldn't also get my product sold. So it's a 50-50. You are not doing me any favor. I'm also not doing any favor. We are both balancing the equation. So it's not that you are doing me a favor or I'm also doing a favor. It's a 50-50 thing.
Okay.
So I think you wanted to say something.
Kind of don't agree with you.
Thank you.
You say you are not doing me a favor.
No, see, let's say you
On
are
what
selling
exactly?
food.
So I think let's allow him to make the
Okay.
point and then you
Yeah.
can respond to it.
On let's say you are in a hurry to a certain place, and then you have to go to the bus terminal for a Chosky. The time at which a Chosky will move, I'm not sure is going to favor you. And so, if you see the drivers not doing you a favor. I don't really agree with you here. Do you get it? Because you moving from your house to the terminal, sitting in the kioski, and then time wasting. It's kind of time wasting. Do you get it?
But Ubuntu, are you a driver or a rider?
He's a very honest rider. Very
Are you a
honest
driver or
rider.
a rider? Because honestly, we gave 2 weeks for the drivers to exhaust their points. It's not the show is not for you to speak for drivers, please.
Okay, I'm not speaking for drivers.
Okay.
Neither am I speaking for passengers. But I'm just being honest.
I get your point.
So let me start with you. What would be your general assessment or general experience if you were to share it? I mean, with ride-hailing services, has it been good? Has it been bad? And if it's been good, what's been the good ones and what's been
Well,
bad?
it's been 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start with the good ones.
Well, the good ones, I quite remember I was very late for a meeting, just like this. And then I didn't have any other option. So I just took my phone, went on one of the apps, and then luckily enough, the person I called was around my area. So he picked and was like, "Hello, boss. Yeah, I'm right around the area. So where to?" And then I gave him the information and was like, "Oh, okay." Within 30 minutes, I was there. And that was the best experience
you've
I
had. Okay.
with this
Ride-hailing
online apps.
service, yeah.
Yeah. And one of the bad ones, in fact, I wouldn't like to.
No. Please go ahead. Feel free. It's to sensitize all of us and
Exactly.
educate us as well.
So I went on, let me see, in Tuesday I was here.
Okay. You want to visit your girlfriend? Okay.
My girlfriend.
You want to sleep over? Okay. Go
From the
ahead.
driver. Producer, hook up a driver's colleague is here.
So when I went, my lady wasn't around. And I was like, "Hey, babe, I called and you told me I can come around. But now you are not here around 12 a.m.
Whoa.
That was Banchiase, Dome, somewhere, Kwabinya, Banchiase.
Ufia cry, come on, just say. Yeah, I was here. We are legend. Legend.
The love was deep.
Legendary. Go ahead.
Well, I went there and my babe wasn't around. I was like, "Babe, I called and you told me you were around so I can come over." I came and you are not here. So I called this driver and he was like, "Okay, sir, where to?" And I was like, "I'm going to Lakeside." He was like, "Oh, okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Well, I stood there for almost half
An hour.
Wow.
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this driver was not in. I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
And I'm a new person to the area.
Yeah.
So
So you didn't feel safe.
I didn't feel safe.
Right.
Around that hour, 12 a.m., standing all by myself, alone, like by the roadside. No car was coming, no car was going, no other person. I was alone. I was like, "God, is this the end of me?"
God, I beg.
Girlfriend was not coming.
In fact,
Ali.
no one was coming. I was there alone. So I called the driver and I was like, "Boss, you told me you'll be here in about 5 minutes time. It's almost 2 hours. You are not here. What's up?" This guy told me if I have any other alternative, I can use it.
And to be, to have some clarity. The driver wasn't a woman, was she?
No,
So
he
it was
wasn't.
a man.
It was a man.
Okay, thank you.
It was-
This fight that Noella is trying to start.
But also in terms of, well, this is just by the way. What was the explanation your girlfriend gave you?
I went to.
Did you break up with it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so sad.
You know.
So sad. Oh, it's okay. Men come too deep.
Sorry.
Men come too deep. But in terms of rude drivers, I mean, have you encountered, like, let's say during the ride, have you encountered any rude driver?
Well, so far not yet.
Not yet. Okay. That's okay. So we'll come to Damilola, but yeah, we'll take some messages.
Okay, so over the week, we put out a question to members online, and we wanted people to share their experiences with ride-hailing services. And we got quite a couple of responses. So we take some of them from WhatsApp. Yvonne Kokoyi says, well, I quite recall I was in a ride from Boche to Latebio Koshi. Boche is like lakeside, right?
Yeah.
What is happening around that area? All because of Impinach. Hey, wait, lakeside is Boche.
Yeah.
This lady is
Oh my God.
Anyway, so she said, I was in a ride from Boche to Latebio Koshi, all because of Impinache. It was worth it though, because he's now my husband.
Hey, thank God. You owe
Nice.
him handkerchief.
So due to traffic on the Adrian-Gano Road and other areas, I decided to leave his place around 9 p.m. so that by then, there wouldn't be any traffic congestion. As I got in the ride, I felt drowsy and started dozing off at the back seat. Wow. I'm sure the driver noticed it and he told me not to sleep again because that's not a safe thing to do, especially at that hour. And I think we need to come back to this safety conversation. I was a bit nervous, eh? His reason was that keeping him in conversation will keep him awake too, because sometimes they feel drowsy, and this is to avoid unforeseen circumstances. Okay, so that's from Yvonne Kokoyi. Next message, we have Ubuntu Miladies, who is sitting right here with us. So after you get to share that with us as well.
Sure.
So if we can go to the next message. Okay, so this one says, I can't see it too well. Main gate, okay, good. So Reggie Spice says, one lady booked me from Ridge to Osu. I turned on the app on my way home in Osu from Kanda. So I sent my location there. I received the request, accepted and drove to the place. One of the apartments in Ridge. Okay, so I think there's like an old message. We'll come back to Ubuntu to share the message. I think it was something to do with the police headquarters or something. Can you share that with us?
No, but let's move to Damilola first.
Okay, okay.
You see, he wants to cheat though. He wants to cheat.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I've had a couple of good rides.
Yeah.
Let's say like last Saturday, when it rained in the morning, when I had to deliver drinks to some clients and I ordered ride like 4 times. Some will give me like 15 minutes, I'll wait. Halfway through the journey, they'll end. So luckily...
They will cancel.
They'll cancel the trip, sorry. And like it's continued like that. So fortunately, I got one and he was around my area. So he called, oh, please, where are you going? I said, boss, I beg. I for deliver this thing.
Yeah.
They said, oh, don't worry, I'm coming. Where are you? I just described my area to him and he came. So I was like, okay, can we do it an off trip? I was like, okay, Nami wants something. So I just have to like work with it. So he took me to the place and like I got there early in time to deliver my stuff. And coming back that Saturday too, I was supposed to be in church for a particular setup. We had a program and I was far behind time. So when I booked the ride, I entered the car. I said, boss, I beg, if you go, if you drive fast, I have to meet someone in church by 10 minutes. He said, okay, if only there's no traffic on the way, we'll meet it up. And fortunately, we got there before 10 minutes, and that was nice. And I think I've had a couple of nice experiences too, but the worst ones that pains me is when you order a ride. And this one happened around East Legon, went for a program with friends, coming back. They had to drop me somewhere to get a car, but they waited for me to order the ride. So when I ordered the ride was like 12 minutes. And they waited for me. I sat in the car with my friends, they waited. The car came, and I entered, and my friends, they drove off. I sat into the car, boss, good evening. No. He started the trip. You dey go Newtown? I said, oh, yeah. He said, oh, I know they go again. I said, oh, boss. Why? He said, oh, is there? I said, oh, where I'm going to Newtown? It's just around the commercial, but he said, I know they go. I said, oh, but I see, this place is dangerous by this time. He said, I know they go. Then he started ranting. And so me, I'm thinking about how long I've waited for him. Am I not thinking about the fraud that he has? But I said, boss, why? You're not thinking about my own safety. You have a car. If you drop me right now, you can drive off. Me, I have to stand here again. Oh, that day, I gave it to him, Basbos. He collected from my side before I had to like try and get a taxi that night to my location. Ever since then, if I order a ride, I'll call you, boss, I beg. This be where they go. He will tell me I'll go. He'll say I won't go. I say, okay, fine. So, because I don't want that situation to happen again. And I always try to avoid rude drivers. Once I enter your car and I greet you, how you respond to me would determine if you're a nice person or you are not. So maybe I'll be able to flow with you well, or I would not be able to flow with you well. So I just avoid it.
I think I want to follow up on this issue. So on the issue of you get in the ride and then the driver asks, okay, where are you going? And then whether they choose to cancel or not. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's a driver issue? Do you think the services need to do something about it? Or what are your thoughts on that?
I think the service needs to do something about it. And also as a driver, I think it would be best also, I think Salome shared it with me. She was at my place. She was like, whenever she gets a ride, she makes sure she calls the person, oh, please, where are you? Either call or text. Where are you? Where are you going? Okay, they will agree if she will go or not. And I think it will be something nice if all the drivers do something like that, so that we'll not find each other in this, where I'll have to say something bad to you, or you also say something bad to you, and you will not end up well. Call me, oh, okay, or maybe you text, oh, please, where are you headed? I'm going to this place. I've had series of drivers calling or texting that, oh, where are you going? I say, I'm going to, so I can't go. We ended there. I just canceled the trip. Driver said I should cancel the trip. That's all. And we are all on good terms. So it's very easy.
But has there been a time where you would order the ride, the driver would now call you and ask you, where are you?
Yeah.
How do you respond to them?
It depends on my mood. I'm serious.
Oh my goodness.
If I'm in a good mood. No, I've never really told the driver trash when they ask me that question.
Are you sure?
I try to be polite.
But what's the problem with that question?
Why you go ask me where they go? You not see, when you accept the trip, they don't tell you, say, now where the person did with this.
Okay.
It's very clear. This is where you're picking the person up from. But sometimes the drivers, they explain, oh, my map is messing up.
Very good.
Especially with some apps, when I notice it myself, I'll call. Boss, I noticed the map is taking you through a different route.
So you see, y'all, I wasn't wrong.
So I was trying to say that it's not all ladies.
Yeah.
Even the guys, some of you say, you want to
Okay,
and that's why I actually want to ask Ubuntu. Ubuntu, have you had that experience where a driver would ask you where you are?
Several times.
And what's your reaction,
response?
your true reaction first?
Oh.
How do you find that question?
Oh, I find it normal.
You find it normal?
Yeah.
Hey.
This is what the drivers were saying. This is what the drivers were saying.
That's the truth.
Allow him.
You find it normal that
I
they're
find it
asking you,
normal.
where are you?
The reason I find it normal is because down here in our country, the map, sometimes I'll be using the map myself and I'll be going right and the map will be going left.
Nah, at this point, I think Ubuntu is a disguised driver. Coming to sit here as a rider because you're not being true to yourself.
Let's check his phone. Maybe he has
Right?
his driver app. Let's check your phone.
Okay, so we'll come back to you, Ubuntu. But we understand that we have some people on Zoom. So we have Ibrahim Musa on Zoom. Ibrahim, can you hear us? Hello, Ibrahim. Can you hear us? Ibrahim, if you can hear us, can you turn on your mic and let us know if you can hear us?
Hello?
Hi, Ibrahim. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. How are you?
Oh, we're well.
We're doing good. We're doing good. How are you doing too?
I'm good, guys. I'm
Nice.
listening to your show.
Okay.
It's very interesting. I want to share a little bit experience.
Right.
Okay. And are you sharing as a driver or as a rider?
Okay, I'm Cheryl as a driver.
Okay. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I was in Butchie side.
Okay.
So a client requests a ride. So I accept, and I was in Butchie for like 20 minutes time. When I got there, I tried to call the client. I called many times. The client told me, please, I'm not going anymore. Cancel it.
Wow.
That
Why?
was a very sad story.
Yeah.
Late in the night.
But you realize that some of you drivers do that to riders? I mean, I can order
Not all
for
of
you,
them.
you'd be 15 minutes away from me, or sometimes even 20 minutes away from me. and then I would wait for you patiently, and you would come and get to my pickup point. Right at my pickup point, you would now cancel.
Honestly,
Also, Waka. Also, Tivin Kasa.
not all
Also,
of
Tivin
them.
Kasa.
Like, let's say me, if you accept a ride, I'll call the night to please. Which side are you going? If I'll go, I'll say okay, I'm coming. If I'll not go, I'll tell her this place is not safe. The roads are very bad, so I cannot go. A passenger once requested me to Kotoku. That was my worst experience.
Why? What happened?
Kotoku.
No, I don't know.
The roads are very bad, and it was raining that day. I was very angry. I told this person that if it's not because of something, I will end the ride and look for another alternative. Sometimes you have good and bad experience.
Right.
I usually entertain my client when we are in the car. We talk to them,
Yeah, he looks
nice ways. Some even dash me extra, So that's my experience to share with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Ibrahim.
Okay, so next we have Obesibia Anita, I believe. Hello, Obesibia.
You remember her?
Yeah. Hello, Obesibia. Can you hear us? Okay, so I think we've lost Obesibia. Can we move on to Bernard? Hello, Bernard.
Hello, Brian. and the co-host.
Good morning.
Yeah, I find myself in Apam this morning
Wow.
for a funeral.
Wow. How is it going in
I'm
Apam?
listening and watching it live on my phone.
Nice.
Yeah, today is exactly 1 year. I have boats on our way to the airport, and then we got an accident, and then we ordered another boat. That day, the boat rider, delays our time. I ordered the boat. He told me that he'll be with me like 5 minutes time. I waited for almost 1 hour.
Wow.
1 hour. We nearly lost the flight. My friend nearly lost the flight. So the boat drivers have to be, they have to be, I would say they have to be careful. Today is exactly 1 year, so I'm mixed feeling. I'm sad and happy for the topic.
Okay, Bernard, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So next we are going to have Josiah, but I think we really need to appreciate Bernard. He's always been on the show. Every day from when we launched, that was 6th April, he's always been on the show.
Yeah.
We would work
Find
a
something
surprise.
for you.
Yes. Okay, so next we have Josiah. Josiah, can you hear us?
Hello, good afternoon, or good morning.
Hey, it's still morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you have a date or something that you want it to be evening already? Okay, Josiah, so if you can turn on your video so that we can see you. Is that possible?
Okay.
Awesome. Josiah, how's the day going and what's your experience to share with us?
The day is going well. My experience was Charlie, the Uber drivers and the boat drivers, they are not helping us at all.
Josiah, can we see your face? We can barely see your face.
Okay, so you order a ride, and they'll be like, where are you going? I'll be like, oh.
Carry on, Josiah, we can hear you. Hello, Josiah, can you hear us?
Hello?
Yeah, Josiah, we can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I say the Uber driver say you order an Uber or boat and they'll be like,
oh, I think we've lost Josiah.
Yeah. His connection is not that stable. But I mean, they have been sharing really, really interesting experiences with us. Before we went on Zoom, we were speaking to Damilola. You were telling us about, we were actually talking about whether or not what the problem is with the question, where are you? Responding. Okay, yeah, you were responding, yeah.
So I had a call from one of my riders and he was like, boss, where are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm just behind the Mary Lucy Hospital.
Okay.
And he was like, Mary Lucy, I'm new to the place, so if you can give me a map or you can give me any direction
or landmark.
Exactly. So I was like, when you get to the hospital, in front of the hospital.
So basically you gave
exactly.
Yeah.
I gave him the information that when he gets to the hospital, he should give me a call and then.
But you honestly don't find anything annoying with that question? Knowing that it's a ride-hailing service. Yeah, exactly.
How can you say he's not saying the truth?
He would say the truth.
But that is
look at his facial expression. You will see he's not saying the truth.
What makes you think he's not saying the truth?
What? Exactly.
What makes you think he's not saying the truth?
He's not. No, I'm a lying. You know, we ladies, we can read facial reactions. He's not saying the truth.
What makes you think he's not saying the truth?
No, but the drivers actually said this last week, right? That when they call the guys do not have an issue with it.
Yeah.
But the ladies have an issue with it.
Should we call a female driver to come? You know, she will also say the guys have the problem.
I think we have producer, I don't know if you have that video ready.
That insert.
With what the driver said with regards to that. Maybe we can listen to that. Because I don't think he's lying. And, okay, cool. So we'll see the video and then we'll come back.
Maybe do some show. Okay, so you go be the lady. Then, hello.
Hello.
Madam, please, your map, like, I can't find your exact location.
Why? Which network are you using?
It's a Vodafone. I think it's not really strong in your community, so.
If you can't make it, then cancel the ride.
Oh, come on. That is extreme.
It's true.
No, that is true.
I'm telling you.
If it was a guy, make we do the guy one. Bro.
Yo.
I beg, the map, you make a lot more. Where you dey?
Oh, I beg, where you dey right now?
Oh, I dey, you see where the Haptel office dey, no?
You dey see some church be, then paint them like that.
Yeah.
They come close more.
Okay.
Yeah, you go see me for that.
All right, bro. Okay.
That's a lie. That is a lie. As a woman.
Wait, so this is what the driver said last week. It's not different from what Ubutu said.
No.
Ubutu is just one man. No. Now, I think he's a driver. I think he's a driver.
No, it's a
Wait,
lie.
but no, you still haven't given any reason why you think he's not. He's lying.
See,
why is he lying?
If we bring, are you a Christian?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
If we bring Bible for right now, say make this guy swear.
No. But I think you guys are not being fair to Ubuntu.
No, but it's fine. Ubuntu is not lying. It's okay. Let's say Ubuntu is a good rider. He said, because honestly, that question, now, I think we need to educate the men why we think or why we find a problem with that question. And I said this thing last week, that it's a ride-hailing service. Why did I download Uber or Yango? Because it was promised to me that I can sit at the comfort of my home or wherever I find myself, order a ride, and I don't have to stress. You just come, Madam, I'm at your pickup location. I come down, I come and sit in beautifully, and you drive me to my location. So it really gets a bit frustrating and annoying when you call me, and sometimes it's with the tone of the drivers. You would call,
where you dey?
Where you dey, my
Where you dey?
I be your Yango driver. Where you dey?
No. This is how they do it. Hello, I'm your driver. Where are you? Why are you headed?
You're asking me where are you like? See, you're asking me where are you like?
I will cut the call and I'll end the trip.
Exactly.
I'll cut the call and end the trip.
Exactly.
No, but he's asking where you are.
No, why will you talk to me like that?
If you should call me and you say, oh, hello, Madam, please, good morning. Because you are offering me a service and I'm your madam, whether you like it or not.
I think I know where this whole problem is coming from. I think a lot of it is from people.
It's ego.
No, I don't think it's ego. I don't think it's ego. No. I know I've done some research, personal research on it. I think where it's coming from is people's relationships, where people go out and their boyfriends or girlfriends. Where are you?
No.
I think that's what it sounds like because
No,
when we spoke to the drivers, because okay, think about it, right?
No.
I don't think every driver calls and says, "Where are you?" But no matter how they ask, you still find it offensive.
No, the ones. Oh, come on. There are ones that call.
Sure?
Yeah, there are ones that call, and obviously they have genuine concerns,
Very nice.
genuine reasons why they want to ask
Okay.
you where you are. And like I said, it's the tone. Oh, madam, good morning. Please, where are you? I'm having issues with
My map.
My map. So can
Okay.
you kindly help out? Why would I be rude to you?
But
why if you call me
what
where
Lola
you day?
said
I'm your
earlier on
driver.
was
Where you
different.
day?
What Lola said earlier on was different. What you said shortly ago was different as well. Your issue was that you've already provided it in the app. They promised a kind of service.
That is
Okay,
one.
cool.
Yeah.
So I think the driver spoke to that last week, right? And I
some of the
understand we have
coordinates are
somebody
wrong.
on Zoom.
Yeah.
We pick that and then we'll come
We'll
back.
explain further.
Hello, Richard. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm fine.
Awesome. So, Richard, are you a rider or are you a driver?
Please, I'm a driver.
Why are the drivers invading the
Okay.
right?
Today is for riders, not for drivers.
Hold on. Richard is on the call. Richard, did you hear what the ladies were saying?
Yes, right, clearly.
What are your thoughts on that?
To be honest with you, sometimes some of the riders are also very rude on we the drivers.
Okay.
For me, particular,
No, you're
way I'm not working. But let me explain you this.
Okay.
I remember I get a ride and I'm going to pick the rider. I get to the destination and then I call.
Okay.
No, we normally have some challenges with our data. That is not, you can't go away with that. Our networks are not all that clear all the time. So I got there and I called her. Hello, madam, please. Good morning. And she responded very nicely. So I told her that, please, I'm at your destination. So what are you expecting me to do? Don't I have a way? At least wait for my waiting time to end. I said,
Whoa.
Madam.
Oh my God.
And I know, yes, there's a waiting time, but I'm just alerting you. Maybe you are waiting for me. I don't know your shadow. Maybe you want to go to the place very fast. And she shouted on me. By the time I realized the ride has been cancelled. And I drove more than 15 minutes to her destination.
Whoa.
Oh, that's
So sometimes
sad.
it's
That's
very,
sad.
very, very. I'm telling you, just happened yesterday. It's only yesterday that happened to me.
But you know, Richard, not to catch you, but for every action, there's a reaction. Probably, I'm not defending such bad behavior by the rider to you, but most of the reasons why riders behave like that, especially women, because you're speaking to women, is because of the experiences they've had with your other colleagues. I have had several experiences where I'm running late for work. I would order a ride. The ride is like 15, 20 minutes. And this thing, I'll keep on saying it. 20 minutes away, and I'll order specifically Yango, and they would comfortably tell me they are coming. They would get to my pickup location, and then they would cancel. After waiting for 20 minutes. And then I have to now, order. So now this is what I do personally. I would order for Yango, order for Uber, I would order for Bolt. Whoever would
there's
come
a staff
first,
who is proud
I'll go
of
with
you.
the person. Because you see, it's a disservice to me. And I've gone through it so many times that now I have to be selfish and think of myself and my time.
Okay. So thank you, Richard, for that. I hear we have Nana Kwame also on the call. Nana Kwame, can you turn on your video and unmute?
Awesome.
Good morning, Nana Kwame. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Yes, I think it's a very wonderful program for both and riders. I think I had the same experience, similar.
Okay.
I ordered boat at around Afarawa, going to 22, coming to 22. And I stood there for 2 hours with different boat requests. When it got to my destination, they would just cancel the request.
I mean,
Then they would say they are not going there. Meanwhile, it's just a stone throw.
yeah.
I stood there good 2 good hours. Then at the end of the day, I ordered a taxi because I was thinking also contemplating the cost.
I see.
So I think with their services, most of them, I think they need to be trained
Improve
on
upon
this
it.
kind of customer service.
I mean, the most annoying thing, y'all, is some of them would actually have the conscience, not the audacity, it's the conscience to text you and say, Madam, I won't go. Then I'll say, but why are you behaving like that? They ask me questions. If you won't cancel, they. Charlie, it's very annoying.
Okay, so we have Richmond on Zoom as well. Hello, Richmond, can you hear us?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Okay, so Richmond, what's your experience?
Okay, so I would like to talk about experience I had the last time I went to Kumasi.
Okay.
And with Kumasi, when it's really works.
Richmond, I think you're in motion.
Right at Kumasi, and then the driver will call you. In fact, the driver will be the first person to call you and be like, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, Richmond, go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah, so I'm saying that. Yeah, so I'm saying that the challenge, and the last time I went to Kumasi, So the last time I went to Kumasi, I ordered a ride, and then the driver called. Like the moment he picked the call and he accepted the request, I'm standing here because it was the first time I've been in the place. Then he's like, okay, is he in and out? I'm like, no, I'm just going to.
Hello, Richmond.
I mean, we lost Richard, Richmond there. Yeah. But as for the Kumasi people, they're on another level. You asking me, is it in and
No. So if you are watching the show online or wherever, we're especially inviting viewers that are based in Kumasi.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you next week.
Probably next week, yeah.
Yes,
We want to hear, especially from Kumasi, we want to hear your stories because they have some interesting stories.
I understand that drivers don't go by what's on the phone.
No. Actually, and maybe Uber is charging, let's say, 50 cedis. Boss, price 50, me go for 50.
I have an experience.
Right?
From Kumasi.
Tell us.
Interesting.
So went to Kumasi last 2 years to visit my late girlfriend.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
So I was new, the same thing, new. So I alighted at their market, the new market.
Right.
That is
Asafo. Okay.
So I alighted, I took my phone, then looking on the phone, there was Uber, Bolt, and I think Yango and InDrive. Yeah. So I ordered one, and this guy called. Whilst he called, he was like, hello, boss. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to Buong.
Okay.
They have a place like that called Buong. On the app, it was 55 cedis. But this driver was like, boss, where you are going, I think if you can pay 1.5.
Hey.
That's 150 cedis.
Yeah, that's 150 cedis.
Wow.
Times 3.
And I was like, chairman.
They want to be say,
and then they don't say, Nana.
Yeah.
And he was like, Nana.
Very rude.
I had the sow. Yeah, that's how it is. If you go, you have to look for other alternatives, either Pragia or you walk. And I was like, really? Walk? On the map, on the app, it was 50 cedis. But this driver
they go by
was
their own
requesting 150 cedis.
Yeah.
Have their own prices.
Yeah.
Like, really?
I mean, they run Uber Pro Max in Kumasi. But, I mean, it's been an awesome show, y'all. We've heard from Dami Lola and Ubuntu Miladies. They are riders who have shared their experiences with ride-hailing services. It's been very eye-opening, very revealing as well. But next week, like Yao proposed, we want to specifically hear from all of you in Kumasi. We want to really hear the story. Probably we should hear from both drivers and riders why they like to charge more than what the app is charging, why, and also hear from the riders as well. And so we're expecting to have a very beautiful show next week as well. And then would now extend the invitation to the representatives of these ride-hailing services to come and address some of these issues and see where they can, tighten up and where they can also let loose, for the benefit of both riders and drivers. And so on that note, I am leaving. I and Yao, we're going to the Aviation Social Center for the Hits FM Repio Jersey. It's the 13th edition. We're excited to be witnessing the only team in the world, Hala Madrid, and Borussia Dortmund, clash for the UEFA finale. But yeah,
so guys, join us next week. So far, we've had drivers separately, riders separately. We're bringing them together. It's going to be interesting. I think I know I know what's going to happen. I know who's going to be here. But it's been another amazing show. Thank you guys for joining us in studio. Thank you guys also for joining us. And as usual, we're sponsored by Malta Guinness.
That's right.
Make sure that you grab a Jeje can. If you're meeting us at the Aviation Social Center, grab a Jeje can and meet us there. And until then, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye. Oh, so for our prediction for tonight's UEFA finale, Hala Madrid, don't do too much. Therefore, before 4-0 because Borussia Dortmund. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So I think my prediction, sorry, not a prediction, but a recap of what actually happened. It was 2-1 in favor of Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah. How about you?